start off the call, would you mind just providing your name, your company, and where where you're located?
Yeah, my name is Nikolai. My company name is Winducks, and we are located in Calgary and Edmonton, Alberta.
Okay, and how long have you been installing Christmas lights professionally? And is this part of an existing service, or or do you focus just exclusively on lights?
No, it's we also do exterior cleaning and window cleaning services
Okay,
when it's not Christmas light season.
okay.
And then when November comes, we pretty much shut down everything else and focus exclusively on Christmas lights. And we've been doing it since the company started in 2019.
Okay, excellent. And do you have a favorite part of the business, the Christmas lights part of the business?
Yes, the Christmas lights is definitely one of our favorite parts of the business for sure. It's it's a nice break from cleaning, for sure. It's more satisfying when we finish the product, and especially using big star lights. It, it, it's always a very good finish, and the customers are happy, and seeing the joy in the customers really makes us feel satisfied. Um, so that's very enjoyable. Working with Big Star has been very easy, and we appreciate the customer support. That has made it very easy as well. And the product itself is very intuitive, so that adds to overall the Christmas light season. And of course, the money's really good. Uh,
Mhm.
Between selling the product and installing it, um, it's it's almost, we make almost as much from Christmas lights as we do from cleaning, just in a couple of months. So
Yeah, that's
that's
a story we've
definitely,
heard before.
yeah. So,
Yeah,
but it does get to a point where we're like happy to looking forward for the warm weather now, and I mean we wish we can install Christmas lights all year round, but that's not usually the case.
and are there any least favorite parts of the Christmas light business?
Well, of course, some jobs can be quite difficult in terms of the installation. Very high and steep roofs, and we get caught in a blizzard doing Christmas lights. We've had uh, several experiences where a job that should take us 2 hours takes us 2 days just because of the weather. So that's definitely the least favorable part. But if the weather cooperates, then it's great. Yeah, it's definitely our preferred business.
What have the general challenges been, and how have you resolved those challenges? Maybe weather's one. Maybe you can think of another challenge that you've experienced.
Um, well, I mean, if we have, it's important to try to work with the customers. Sometimes there's challenges around, um, the customers, they don't really know what they want, and we've had situations where a customer wants pure white, but then we put on pure white, they're like, oh, I don't like this, so then we have to change it to warm white, and uh, so it's important to really help the customer get an idea of what it would look like to have a good portfolio that you can showcase, and you can give a good idea to the customer what they will receive. And I I mean, really, in terms of as long as the product is working well, then it's really the weather that can challenge us. Of course, like clipping with in -20 is
Mhm.
different, way more
Mhm.
difficult. Clips break
Mhm.
more often. Uh,
Mhm.
the wire is more stiff.
Mhm.
So it really, the roofs are slippery, and
Mhm.
uh, it's really one of those. It's really weather. A lot of things are really based on weather, and of course, if the product is good, which with Big Star, we've had very very few issues, if any. It's even hard to come up, and um, so we prefer that. That's made a big difference. We've had issues with where customers would want us to install their lights, for example, and those are Canadian Tire lights, like regular department store lights, and um, those, we've had times where we install brand new lights from Canadian Tire and they don't work, and now the customers uh, committed to hire us and to pay us, hundreds of dollars for an installation, and in the end that doesn't work. So, um, you know, we've had to decline a lot of work because of that. We prefer to use only commercial grade products like Big Star.
Yeah, that's a good idea. If a customer is frustrated, they're generally not happy, even if you've done everything that you can to solve the situation. Yeah, so it's a good idea just to say no to big box store lights, and otherwise there's going to be headaches on both sides of the line. Before working with big store lights, did you experience challenges related to product, or have you always used big store lights from the beginning?
Um, well, yeah, I've worked prior to starting Winducks. I worked with another company that they used Big Star, so I was kind of trained on Big Star. But I did take up quite a few jobs in the beginning with uh, customer lights, just
Mhm.
because we weren't as busy. We would take anything we can. We were in a position to really decline work. So I did get a lot of experience with different lights, and even up to this day, we offer customers, like, we would approve your product, like you have to submit, and we've had actually quite a few people that asked us to put on their lights, and they were Big Star lights. So we don't necessarily out like just completely say right off the bat no to the customer lights, but we make sure that we approve the lights, and if they're good quality lights and easy to work with, something we're familiar with, then we'll be happy to work with them. And that's
Okay.
one way we've been overcoming that challenge.
What feedback have you received from your clients, like regarding big star lights, like the ones that you've installed big star lights on their homes? What have they generally said about the product?
The customers have been very happy. Like, um, there has been I mean, yeah, like the lights look like, if you know how to install them properly, the lights will always look like professionally done. They'll look, straight and neat, and um, we put in the extra effort to line up the peaks and to make sure everything looks like really well. Another thing that we offer with Big Star Lights is we offer more customizable jobs. So, we could do, for example, what color do you want your peak? Do you want the peak, for example, red and everything more white? Or, we can put like this color on the peak, and or we can customize the colors with Big Star, in terms of when we're building it, or the color of the wire. So the customers really appreciate that,
Mm.
especially when they see their neighbor having regular lights. Um, that's been they've been more than happy. in that sense. We can't really think of customers that were not happy. We've had a
Mm,
few. We've had a few customers that maybe wanted some more variety of product. Usually there's more variety. They're like, I wish you had a little bit of different. I had a customer that wanted a different, more of a cool white, not a pure white, not a warm
mm,
white, but like a very light blue white or something.
mm,
So not a teal, but something in between.
mm, mm.
So that in that sense, like, yeah, we've seen some challenges around that maybe.
In what ways has BSL or Big Sur Light set you apart from competition?
Well, the
Like,
quality of the product that we
mm,
provide, the quality of the finish, it has set us apart. We offer something different. I'm surprised that up until this day, there's still a lot of companies out there that install Canadian Tire lights. Uh,
mm,
when customers get a quote from several companies and we come up, we present a product that looks much better, more customizable, um, then that sets us apart, and the customers a lot of times choose us just because of the quality of the product that we offer.
since you started using Big Star Lights, have you noticed any cost savings or increased efficiency in your projects that improve your bottom line?
Um, well, I wouldn't say, not sure about cost savings, because we offer a premium product from Big Star Lights. We charge more, so we can charge more than what um, probably we would be able to charge with department store lights. Although we've seen customers have actually gave us feedback where we've seen quotes from other companies that charge pretty much almost the same. So they put a big
Mhm.
markup on cheap lights. Um, but yeah, because we offer a premium product, then it's justified to the customer to pay a little bit more money. So we've made more money because you know because of the product. And in terms of efficiency, definitely, uh, because we use Big Star all the time, so we're very familiar with the product, and our the guys are trained on Big Star lights, so they know what to do. They don't need to guess and figure things out. So that definitely helps with efficiency when we use the same product, like, most of the time.
Right. And in what ways has you mentioned support has really helped your business? Can you explain like exactly how it's helped positively impact your experience as a pro installer?
Um, yeah, so we've installed, I don't like I don't know how many thousands of lights.
Mhm.
So there's obviously, there's going to be some issues that appear, that with doing something as a business consistently. So every time we've had an issue, whether it's been with product, or the customer wants, for example, something pretty fast, the delivery's been right, like, very prompt. Like in 2-3 days, we receive we receive the lights. If there's been any issues, Big Star has always, like, we can always call Big Star and get somebody on the phone. And a lot of times, you know if there's an issue with a product or something, like, we'll get a new one, no questions asked. Like we just know that we can rely on Big Star to help us, provide that customer service that we promise. Uh, so
Excellent.
um,
Um, in your opinion, um, how does Big Sur Light stay ahead in terms of innovation and meeting the evolving needs of the pro installers?
um, well, there's a few things I did really I did notice that Big Star did well was it added a lot of little touches that made us more efficient. That was thinking about pro installers in mind. For example, I mean, to begin with, we were very, very impressed with the whole system of how we can put females and males, the clips, how they're designed. Eventually, the way the packages even that they came in, we would remove like tags from some lights to make it look cleaner, and the tags became very easy to remove. Like certain things that were, little things like that really like made us feel like, yeah, you're thinking about the pro installers. Um, we're happy to see that Big Star is now entering the permanent light market, the smart light market. We we would be happier to like would be happier if it would be a little bit more options for permanent and smart
Mhm.
light. Big Star lights are great. It would be great if, I mean, like not even the permanent, like the smart light market. It's the future. It's the way
Mhm.
technology is moving. So I discussed with our partner. It would be really great, and we have noticed out there are some. Obviously, it's hard to probably make the quality, but we're hoping that Big Star will actually create a smart G30 bulb,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
I think that's what we're hoping for, because that would really, we'll be able to offer. Well, we're not going to offer permanent lights as everyone else, most other companies now are offering here in Calgary. But we'll provide a high quality smart light that you can also take with you when you sell your home, and
Right.
that you can also leave up. You don't need to install all the time because they're commercial grade, right? So
Mhm.
we're hoping for something like this, um, and yeah, like
Okay.
the Chroma Glow is nice. We just did an installation in Chroma Glow. The customers are happy. So we know that's a first product for Big Stars. So we expect that there's going to be improvements and innovation in that with that
Mhm.
product as well. But yeah, like um, the clips have changed, and the I can see that Big Star is always trying to improve it. So that's good. And bulbs are bright and nice. So uh, that's so far.
Okay. All right. And lastly, what is because there's a lot of people thinking about getting into Christmas lights professionally for the first time. What is one piece of advice that you would give others? Something that you would have told yourself before you started this business that you wish that you had known.
Um, well, I was fortunate enough to have worked with another company before I started the business, so I had a pretty good idea of what I was getting into.
Mhm.
Um, I definitely, you know, I definitely feel that I owe a lot of the success to Big Star, to knowing about Big Star, because I see in a lot of other companies that eventually end up going with Big Star or commercial product for installation because there is been a lot of issues with that. I probably would have taken, um, as I said before, we it took us a while to figure out exactly how to navigate dealing with customers that want their own product installed. We see that a lot, and we
Mhm.
did waste quite a lot of time installing their product and trying different ways to work with them. And one way I found out that works the best is um, that you can use an opportunity to explain to them about, like, that there is other options that are better and make more sense in the long run. Um, so I found a way how to still get a lot of those customers,
Yeah.
rather than just outright say no, I'm not dealing. In the beginning, I was like, yeah, I'll do your lights, and then I hated myself for doing it, because now instead of like selling big star lights and having an easy job, now I'm not selling any lights and I'm having a difficult time. They're not providing all the right product. They're the wrong clips or old clips, or like their lights are tangled up. So yeah, so just over the years, I found a way how to deal with these customers, to convince them to go with big star lights, um, because it will make sense in the long run. They'll last longer, they'll look better, and they'll be more satisfied at the end.
Mhm.
And we have offered also some payment plan options for customers that have preferred, that have we're not prepared to spend,
Mhm.
to buy new lights right away and to spend money for commercial grade lights.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to meet with me, Nick, and it's been awesome to see your business grow. And please keep the product ideas coming. Like if you see any opportunities or something that you feel like your clients would love to have,